Ready to hit refresh on your entire life, Virgo? March 2026 is your most transformative month yet. From a massive identity resetting eclipse to a major breakthrough in your social circle, the stars are forcing a powerful evolution. Here are the top 5 life-changing events coming your way, and how to navigate them. Chapter 1. The Ultimate Identity Reset. If you feel like you've been walking through life wearing a costume that's 2 sizes too small, get ready. March 3, 2026, brings a cosmic event so powerful it only happens once every few years in your sign. A total lunar eclipse in Virgo. In the world of astrology, this is the equivalent of a massive, celestial Control-Alt-Delete on your entire personality. For the untrained eye, a lunar eclipse is just a beautiful red moon. But for you, Virgo, this is happening in your first house of self. This is the part of the zodiac that governs your physical body, your appearance, and the vibe you project to the world. For years, you might have been the fixer, the quiet supporter, or the one who stays in the background making sure everything runs perfectly. The stars are saying, that version of you is officially retiring. Think of this eclipse as a cosmic vacuum cleaner. It is sweeping through your life to remove the habits, the self-doubt, and even the clothes or hairstyles that no longer represent who you are becoming. You might wake up on March 3rd feeling a sudden urgent need to change everything, from your career path to the way you speak to yourself in the mirror. It's emotional, it's intense, and honestly, it's a little bit scary. But it's also the most liberating thing you'll experience all year. Wait, before we dive into how this reset affects your daily routine, if you're feeling this shift already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithm bring this cosmic guidance to more Virgos who need to hear it. The identity reset isn't just about a new haircut though. It's about authenticity. Virgo is a sign known for perfectionism, but this eclipse is asking you to trade perfect for real. You are shedding the people-pleaser skin. If you've been saying yes to projects or people just to keep the peace, don't be surprised if the eclipse creates a situation where you finally say no. You might feel a bit raw or sensitive during the first week of March. That's normal. You're literally building a new foundation for your ego. This is the month where you stop asking for permission to be yourself. You are moving from being a supporting character in everyone else's story to being the undeniable lead in your own. As we move through March, you'll notice that as your internal identity shifts, the world starts reflecting that change back to you. People will treat you differently because you are carrying yourself with a new kind of quiet authority. This is the great edit of your soul, and it sets the stage for every other breakthrough coming your way this month. Chapter 2. The Relationship Reality Check. If Chapter 1 was about fixing the relationship you have with yourself, Chapter 2 is where we take that new energy out into the world and test it on others. Welcome to the Relationship Reality Check. Throughout the first 3 weeks of March 2026, your ruling planet Mercury is spinning in retrograde. But here's the kicker. It's doing so in Pisces, your opposite sign. In astrology, your opposite sign represents your mirror. It's the sector of your chart that governs your spouse, your business partners, and your closest friends. When Mercury, the planet of logic and data, goes retrograde in Pisces, the sign of dreams, illusions, and emotions, things get blurry. For a Virgo who loves a clear spreadsheet and a direct answer, this can feel like trying to navigate a fog bank with a broken compass. You might find yourself asking, did they actually mean what they said, or am I overthinking it? Or, why is my ex suddenly liking my photos from 3 years ago? This isn't just cosmic mischief, it's a necessary audit. Think of this period as a relationship performance review. The universe is hitting the pause button on your social life to see if your current connections can handle the new you we talked about in Chapter 1. If you've been over-functioning in a relationship, doing 90% of the emotional labor while the other person does 10%, the retrograde is going to make that imbalance feel impossible to ignore. You might experience the return of the ghost. This is a classic symptom of Mercury retrograde. An old friend, a former flame, or a past colleague might pop back into your inbox or your DMs. They aren't necessarily there to stay. They are there to show you how much you've grown. When they reappear, notice your reaction. Do you fall back into old people-pleasing habits? Or do you stand your ground? This is the ultimate test of your new boundaries. Now, a word of caution for my fellow perfectionists. Communication is going to be glitchy. This is the time of the accidental reply all, or the text message that gets interpreted in the worst way possible. If a conflict arises with someone you love, don't rush to solve it with a 5,000-word paragraph. In fact, the best thing you can do during this reality check is to listen more than you speak. Pisces energy is about feeling, not fixing. Sometimes your partner doesn't need a solution. They just need to know you're in the fog with them. Expect some moments regarding who truly has your back. You'll start to see who supports your growth and who is just attached to the old, easy version of you. It's a bit like cleaning out a junk drawer. You have to take everything out and look at it before you can decide what's worth keeping. By the time Mercury stations direct on March 20th, the fog will lift, and you will have a crystal clear view of your social landscape. You'll know exactly who deserves a seat at your table and who belongs in the archives of your past. Stick around because as the communication clears up, we're heading into a massive breakthrough in your community that you won't want to miss. Chapter 3: The Social Breakthrough. After the emotional intensity of your identity reset and the confusing fog of those relationship reality checks, you might be wondering, when does the fun start? Well, Virgo, mark March 10th, 2026 on your calendar, because that is the day the cosmic weather officially clears up for your social life. For the last several months, you might have felt like your tribe was shrinking, or perhaps you felt a bit isolated, like you were shouting into a void and no one was answering. This is because Jupiter, the planet of luck, expansion, and the big yes, has been in a sleepy retrograde phase in your 11th house of community. But on March 10th, Jupiter stations direct. This is a massive energetic shift that turns the volume up on your popularity and your networking power. Think of this as the open door policy of the universe. The first half of March was about looking inward and fixing what was broken. This chapter is about stepping out of your house, opening your laptop, and rejoining the world. The 11th house isn't just about friends, it's about your greater network. It's the coworkers who recommend you for a promotion, the Facebook group that finally gives you the answer to a problem you've had for months, and the soul tribe that makes you feel like you finally belong. If you've been working on a project in secret or trying to launch a side hustle, this is your green light. Jupiter direct means that the luck factor is back on your side. You'll find that when you ask for help, people actually say yes. When you post that video or send that pitch, it actually lands. It's a social breakthrough, because the barriers that were keeping you separate from the people who can help you are finally dissolving. But here's the most exciting part for a Virgo. Jupiter in Cancer, where it's currently sitting, is incredibly nurturing. This isn't just business networking. It's about finding people who genuinely care about your well-being. You're going to attract protector energy. This could look like a mentor who takes you under their wing or a group of friends who show up at your door with dinner exactly when you're feeling overwhelmed. Wait, if you're ready for some good news and a major boost in luck, make sure you've liked this video. We're halfway through the month and the best is yet to come. This breakthrough also impacts your long-term dreams. The 11th house is where we make a wish on the stars. With Jupiter moving forward, a goal that felt impossible or too big back in January suddenly feels achievable. You'll start to see a clear path forward, and more importantly, you'll see the people who are going to walk that path with you. Don't stay at home during this transit. Say yes to the coffee invite. Attend the boring networking mixer. Join the new hobby class. The breakthrough is waiting for you out there in the collective. You've done the hard work of editing your soul. Now it's time to let the world see and reward the new and improved version of you. But don't get too comfortable in the celebration just yet. While your social life is booming, there is a serious financial shift happening in the background that we need to talk about next. Trust me, you'll want to be prepared for the financial blueprint coming up in Chapter 4. Chapter 4: The Financial Blueprint. If the first half of March felt like a whirlwind of emotions and social butterfly moments, March 25th, 2026, is the day the universe sits you down at your desk, hands you a pen and says, "Let's talk about your future." Welcome to the financial blueprint. On this day, two of the most powerful planets in our solar system, Saturn and Neptune, meet in a rare alignment in the sign of Aries. For you, Virgo, this is happening in your 8th house. Now, in astrology, the 8th house is a bit mysterious. It's the house of other people's money, covering everything from your partner's income and inheritance to taxes, debts, and long-term investments. To understand this event, think of Saturn as the architect, disciplined, structured, and realistic, and Neptune as the dreamer, visionary, spiritual, but sometimes a bit blurry. When they meet, it's a cosmic merge of your biggest financial fantasies and your coldest, hardest realities. For many Virgos, this could be the moment you stop hoping to buy a house or wishing your debt would disappear and actually start building the infrastructure to make it happen. Saturn doesn't care about your wishes, he cares about your budget. This is the best time of the year to sit down with a financial advisor, look at your retirement accounts, or finally tackle those taxes you've been avoiding. But there's a deeper side to this blueprint too. Because the 8th house also rules shared resources in a relationship, this might be a time when you and a partner have a very real conversation about money. Maybe it's time to merge bank accounts, or maybe it's time to separate them. Whatever the case, the fog of Neptune is being cleared away by the strict hand of Saturn. You are moving from "I think we're okay" to "I know exactly where every dollar is going." Now, if you're finding this helpful and want to make sure you don't miss our deep dive into the final high-energy event of the month, make sure you've subscribed. You've worked hard on yourself and your relationships. Now let's secure your bag. This alignment is also about legacy. What are you building that lasts beyond just this month? Virgo is a sign that loves to be useful, and this financial blueprint is your opportunity to create a system that works for you even when you aren't working. It's about passive income, smart investments, and getting your house in order. The energy of Aries, where this meeting takes place, adds a sense of urgency and courage. You might feel a sudden burst of "I can do this" regarding a complex financial situation that used to scare you. You aren't just reacting to bills anymore. You are becoming the CEO of your own life. It might feel a bit heavy or serious on the 25th, but remember, Saturn only builds things that are meant to stand the test of time. By creating this blueprint now, you are ensuring that the new you from Chapter 1 has a solid foundation to stand on for years to come. As we wrap up the serious business of the 8th house, the energy is about to shift one more time. We're moving from the boardroom to the power zone. Stay tuned for Chapter 5, where all this hard work finally pays off in a massive surge of confidence. Chapter 5, the confidence surge. You've done the heavy lifting, Virgo. You've shed your old skin, navigated the relationship fog, found your tribe, and balanced the books. Now, as we hit March 20th, 2026, the universe is handing you the keys to the kingdom. Welcome to the confidence surge. This is the moment the sun moves into Aries, marking the astrological new year and the spring equinox. But for you, this isn't just a change of seasons. It's a total shift in your internal power grid. Remember how Mercury was making everything feel blurry earlier this month? On this same day, Mercury finally stations direct. The lights are coming back on, the signal is clear, and for the first time in weeks, you know exactly what your next move should be. In astrology, Aries energy is bold, fast, and fearless. As it lights up your house of personal power, you're going to feel a physical surge of adrenaline. That perfectionist paralysis that usually keeps you overanalyzing every detail? It's gone. It's replaced by a watch me attitude that might even surprise you. This is the best week of the month to take a calculated risk. Whether it's asking for that raise you planned for in Chapter 4, launching the project you discussed in Chapter 3, or finally telling someone how you truly feel, the stars are providing a massive safety net of confidence. You aren't just hoping things work out anymore. You are making them work out. Before we wrap up this journey, if this forecast has helped you feel more prepared for the month ahead, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We do these deep dives for every major transit, so you're never navigating the stars alone. What makes this surge so special is that it's built on a real foundation. This isn't fake it till you make it confidence. This is the deep, quiet certainty that comes from knowing you've handled the hard stuff. You've faced the eclipses and the retrogrades, and you're still standing, stronger and sharper than ever. As March draws to a close, don't be surprised if you feel a magnetic pull toward new adventures. You might find yourself saying yes to things that would have intimidated the old you from February. This is the ultimate payoff for the great edit. You've cleared the clutter, and now there is finally room for your true power to grow. You started this month as a fixer for others, but you're ending it as the master of your own destiny. The world is ready for the new Virgo. Are you ready for it? March 2026 is your time to shine, Virgo. You've done the work to reset your identity and secure your future. Now go out and claim your power. If this forecast helped you navigate the stars, please subscribe to join our cosmic community. Don't forget to like the video to support the channel. Comment below and tell me, which of these 5 events are you most excited for? See you in the next video.